So you've heard me talk a lot recently about the cracks that are starting to form in the conservative movement here in the United States with regard to Donald Trump and him possibly running for president again. Right? We have seen multiple different Fox News hosts, including at this point a couple of, really hardcore Trumpers, come out and call Donald Trump out for what has been revealed with these January 6th committee hearings. And now, this week, we had the editorial board of the conservative Washington Examiner newspaper issue a scathing editorial where they claim that Donald Trump is, quote, unfit for power again. Meaning, this conservative newspaper believes that Donald Trump should never be allowed to hold power in the United States ever again, based on what we have seen so far from the January 6th committee. Let me read a little bit of their op-ed. Hutchinson was a conservative Trumpist, true believer, and a tremendously credible one at that. She did not overstate things, she did not seem to be seeking attention, and was very precise about how and why she knew what she related and about which testimony was firsthand and which was secondhand, but able to be corroborated. She also told in detail that Trump repeatedly insisted that he himself join his supporters at the Capitol, even after being informed the crowd contained armed elements and that it was breaching the perimeter against an undermanned U.S. Capitol police force. Trump is a disgrace, is how they concluded that. And of course, as I said, they said he's unfit for power again. Now, the Washington Examiner, of course, is not necessarily as influential as Fox News, or the Daily Wire, or, Newsmax, or Breitbart, or Daily Caller, really any of these other conservative sites. But for them to come out with this op-ed from their editorial board is a huge leap forward. And again, the cracks that are starting to form with these conservatives, whether it's at Fox or Newsmax or Washington Examiner, they're small and they're few in number. But they're growing and getting larger, and that's the point. Because what this does is it doesn't just damage Donald Trump, right? That is not the ultimate goal that we would like to see happen. It's not just like, yay, we get to get rid of Donald Trump forever. Because there's a million little Trumps out there, plenty who are actually worse than him, waiting in the wings to take over. Okay? You get rid of Trump, you're not actually getting rid of Trump and what he stood for. You're just getting rid of the man himself. We've got to get rid of the whole movement. And that is what these hearings may have the power to do if these cracks continue to grow larger. If we have more conservatives willing to come out and say, holy crap, this is so much worse than what I could have even imagined. I can't bury my head in the sand anymore. I have to pay attention to these things. If that continues, and honestly, right now, I see no reason why it will not continue. One of the very few times I'm actually being optimistic about this, I think we have a real chance to help defeat Trumpism. Not necessarily defeat it completely with this, but it's certainly going to be a major blow to the movement and possibly enough to wake up enough moderates and independents in this country to prevent the Trumpists from gaining any more real power in this country. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.